Good afternoon. Today I am going to talk about public transport. Every day, millions of people take the bus or train or choose to cycle or walk to university, school, or work. But why is public transport so popular? I am going to talk about the positives and negatives of public transport in this speech. First of all, concerning positives, it is much cheaper to use public transport. There is no cost involved of running a car, and there is no need to take out any insurance. Any damage done through a bus crash or a train incident is the responsibility of the company running it, not yours. Secondly, it is much easier to use public transport, especially buses and trains. All you have to do is get on board, choose a seat, and you're away. Thirdly, it is much healthier. All four methods of public transport, be it walking, cycling, taking the train, or taking the bus, let you burn some amount of calories because they involve some amount of physical activity. This is especially true for walking and cycling. In addition, and as an aside, it's also much better for the planet. However, there are of course certain drawbacks to public transport. Firstly, it is extremely unreliable. I cannot begin to tell you how many buses have failed to arrive or how many trains have been late. This leads to a knock-on effect in which, if, for example, your train is late, you then end up being late to work and then end up being late home because you have to make up those hours. The second inconvenience, which ties in with the delays caused by public transport, is that it can be very slow. There is always a certain amount of noise, especially on the bus or train, and above all else, the noise of babies, which personally is hugely annoying. And the last inconvenience in this second area is the weather. If it is raining, you are not sheltered. To get from A to B, you will be required to walk for some time, and this will mean getting wet. The third and final inconvenience of this is what I call the social impact. If you do not drive, it can make it much harder to keep up with social commitments. For example, if you live a long way away from your friends and there is no bus to where everyone else is going, you would simply have to miss out on that or pay a large amount of money for a taxi. So, in conclusion, public transport certainly does have its uses. It's cheaper, it's easier at times, and it's healthier. But conversely, a loss of independence means you should probably invest money into owning and running a car when necessary. Thank you.